This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is advised, as the content may include strong language, adult themes, and topics not suitable for younger listeners.
This podcast has no affiliation with any sports leagues or sports programs discussed on the show. The views expressed are those of the host and the guest, and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organizations. Enjoy the show. That's not supposed to be open. That's where I keep the bodies.
This one has the Ark of the Covenant. That's right, a real presence of the Lord hidden right here. No Nazi faces.
What a weapon. What a weapon.
Let's never address it ever again.
Yeah, how do you get the news, the proper news? Oh, no, that's off the deep web is where you get that, sorry.
We all get Alex Jones. He just speaks and screams at me.
I like people who scream at me.
I do too. It's a real problem. My therapist started talking about it, and she yelled at me, and I got chubby, and I don't know what to do about it.
It calms me. It's like Papa's home.
I can't sleep unless someone's screaming at me and breaking the vase.
God damn it, bitch! Why'd you make me hit you with a
Motherfucker, we gone crazy. Yeah, what up, what up, what up? I'm in here right now, and you know I'm dressed up. I messed up a few times, but shit, so what? It's fine because I just don't give a fuck. Just don't give a what in the world, yeah. Just don't give a what in the world.
It is April 18th. It is WrestleMania weekend. Live in Vegas again. Woo. All right. It is WrestleMania weekend. This is our season finale, as it is every year.
Absolutely.
All you need is one to say every year, right?
That's true.
Season 2 finale. We have a ton of shit for you guys. It'll be probably our longest episode of the season. We have an intro that we're doing right now. Hell of an intro, if you ask me.
So far, a good start. I like where it's going.
We have a face-to-face press conference with Troy Parker, the IWA East Coast champion, versus the parlay or die wrestler, a straight-up mauler, a technician,
a certified woman fighter, Shane Kryzak.
Shane Kryzak, face-to-face on our podcast for the first time before their match at Animalistic on May 2nd.
We say face-to-face, but we got them both on Zoom at the same time, which close enough. We don't split hairs.
There is violence in their eyes. They do not like each other.
Dark.
We have our Mount Rushmore of wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, top fours, because that's what a Mount Rushmore is.
Absolutely. Jay is easily a much more intense wrestling fan than I am. He knows more about the people, the intricacies, more. His is going to be very technical. Mine's going to be based on who looks the coolest. It's going to be very fun.
I mean, my guys are just all cool guys. I think they were just genuinely I don't have any deep cuts.
Well, yeah, who's going to have CM Punk on their fucking...
Or Spike Dudley.
Yeah.
And no one's going to have Spike Dudley on their list.
No, I'll be fine.
I didn't just flex by naming an older wrestler. That was a tertiary member of the Dudley Boys. Third.
I don't know who the Dudley Boys are.
You don't know Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley, the white and black guy with the glasses? They wear camo pants everywhere. Get the table. Okay. Tommy watched. You know Stone Cold? You know Stone Cold?
Yeah, I know Stone Cold.
The Rock?
Yep,
You know The Rock?
Yep.
He loves him some Rock. All right. We also have Parlay or Die Sports News Network, The Water Cooler, A Sweet The More You Know, and we have WrestleMania picks. And we have our training videos where we started our training to become big wrestlers for the movie.
That's
also,
right.
Maybe real wrestlers in life.
You may have wondered, Thomas, Jay, how could you possibly get more deadly than you already are? Thomas, didn't you also swallow a bunch of rat poison to spew on enemies like an oil from a fucking squid? Absolutely. But we've also now undergone training. Intense physical training to become PowerSlam Academy. We have been learning the rolls, the jumps, the running, the lockups. And that's all in just one lesson.
Apparently that's a lot. The other guy didn't make it through all of it.
We did see someone fail at this. We don't know his name. We're not going to blast him.
But we would if we could. We don't know his name. To put him out there.
That's true. But we've got a very exciting, very long episode. As you have seen, we're going to start rambling a little bit. We got to get all the jokes out of us because we
We can't leave any thoughts or jokes on the table.
We can't.
Because this off season during the summer tour, which we'll talk about in the outro, it's all got to be fresh. We got to start new. We've never done a summer tour before.
Absolutely. This is going into uncharted waters.
It's going to do well.
Fantastic.
We have a great episode away for you. We're going to get to the water cooler next. We will see you there. Soul, you catch a game last night? Welcome to the season finale of the water cooler.
Wow.
It is the last time we're gathering around our water cooler to talk sports for the season until August.
It's a long time.
Maybe we'll do some fireside chats. Shout out Obama. Over the summer when the news lines are just piled up and we have to get on camera again and talk to you guys. We'll save that for another day. But this is the last water cooler of season 2.
Wow.
Season 2. And honestly, we got a lot to talk about. We have American Gladiator is about to debut again. It is back, which I think is kind of funny that it's debuting again after 2 documentaries kind of tore it to pieces, where the guys are like, our bodies are ruined, I'm depressed beyond belief, and then the new generation's like, hold my beer, bitch.
Yeah. I don't know how you could have a bad time being an American Gladiator. Yes, you had to do a bunch of steroids and stuff, but you were fighting like average people in like silly competitions.
And our guy, Rick Boogs, who we've actually met, is the bull.
Yeah.
On this next iteration. And honestly, there are some muscle mommies ready to go for the girls on Ultimate American Gladiator. I'm excited. The Miz is going to be the host. He's a decent wrestler, pretty good showman, works a lot for ESPN nowadays. I think maybe they could have got a better host. I think, honestly, it probably would have been Hulkster if he was alive still. They would have put old Hulkster out there. And I think The Rock probably burned that bridge when his show didn't make it past 2 seasons, which was essentially American Gladiator.
Yeah.
What was that one? The Pyramid? Something like that.
Yeah, I recall that.
I watched a couple episodes. Pretty cool. Looked more like what American Gladiator is, and I think why it's going to interest the people now is the millennials, because it is an adult version of Nickelodeon games.
Yeah.
So it's like a Double Dare and all those kind of, and Hidden Temple combined in, but with like adults and dialed up a little bit more on the athleticism and violence.
I hope they really dialed it up on the violence in this one. I thought even the last one was tame.
I think it won't be a success unless in 30 years we get another documentary saying how their lives were completely ruined and in shambles after they were on the program.
The best thing that could happen for that show is someone die while filming. They get so much good press.
Maybe. I think they should have a sponsored by creatine, yet also smelling salts. Smelling salts can be big. You imagine Bull just kind of getting a rip of some smelling salts right before he rips a fucking normal guy's head off and shits down his neck.
The way it should be, yeah. Great.
We're ready for the Bull, to be honest with you. I'm ready for him to wreak some fucking havoc. Also, there's another former wrestler on the show, Wardlow. Can't remember what his name is on the show, but he's a fucking beast. One of those freak beasts.
Cool.
Another news line from the week, no more Masters Gnomes. These Masters Gnomes, they've kind of been a tradition of the Masters. They sell out every year within an hour. I don't think Augusta was loving that they sell them to him as like a semi-affordable, piece of the Master. Memorabilia is what I was going for. And then people go flip them for like 10 grand on. So I think that's kind of what ended the whole thing. And plus the violence of people knowing that they have potential payday, like people fight each other over them.
Can't have anything nice.
So no more gnomes. I think.
Who will protect our gardens from evil forces?
I think how you fix that, Augusta, is just make more gnomes. You just deflate the value of it by having more.
Yeah, what's more important, the rarity or the people get them?
Because your complaint is like people are acting so bad over the rarity, but that's also why you make a limited amount of them. If not, you would sell them online and be like, we even have them after.
Yeah, they sell them throughout the year. Who cares?
Yeah, so I wish they keep doing it. They're pretty cool. Gnomes are all right. They keep aren't they supposed to scare like things out of your garden or something?
Yeah, it's supposed to scare like evil forces and stuff. No, it's like a.
What are the people gonna fucking do when an evil force just wreaks havoc on your tomato bush?
I agree.
Or a vine, whatever the tomatoes grow on trees.
You're on a vine.
But other than that, Masters recap. Rory wins it again.
2 in a row. Good for Rory.
Back to back. I hate him. I don't like him. I went through a whole thing. I think I actually did a Hear Me Out last year when we had singular topics about how much I hate him. And I think nothing has changed. I think he's still an elitist. I think he thinks of golfers as being like, the people that wear a certain attire. And
a lot of people online were bitching about the Masters. That Kevin Hart, Jason Kelsey, Pat McAfee, they all ruined it by taking it from a gentleman's sport to a spectacle.
They just don't want the Masters to change, but I don't think really anything Kevin Hart and them did changed anything. I think they were just newer, brought a different audience, and they didn't like that too much. But I mean, regardless if you change the audience, the live thing doesn't have to change. That's up to people in charge.
Yeah.
Like, no one invited Dude Perfect to come fucking play the course. Augusta did that. So who are you mad at? Augusta?
Yeah.
The people that you claim is trying to keep the tradition and everything like that. Tradition like no other. But they're also the ones that's kind of changing the tradition. So who are you fucking mad at? You're going to be mad at Pat McAfee, Jason Kelsey, Kevin Hart, who are just accepting a paycheck?
Exactly.
And Pat McAfee didn't even do that. He just went as a guest, a fan. They didn't even put him on television. So to that, they can go fuck themselves. But Rory wins again, like I said, not happy. If I had to pick who I would want, I was really kind of rooting for Tommy Fleetwood. Is it because he has a cool son that's like going to eventually be a pro golfer? Probably. He's like 5 or 6 years old. Frankie.
Yeah.
Little Frankie. Trying me hardest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fucking icon. Icon already. But yeah, fuck Rory. Congratulations. Mike Rabel and Diana Rossini, hear about this time?
I did not.
There were pictures taken at the coaches and owners meeting.
I did.
Diana actually made news today.
Got fired.
She quit.
Yeah.
Before her contract was up because in a long post she did, of course, defending herself and all that she kind of shot at the Athletic and thanked them. She's like, in the early onset they were very supportive of me and that we were completely in the right during this, and then at the end she's like, feels like they were part of larger media that's trying to make a story out of it and prolong it in the headlines. And then says she's leaving before her contract is up in 2 months or something like that. And then said she's not leaving to try to silence the story. It's what it looks like. There are some tough photos. I've never held a friend's hand with my fingers laced, even if it was a female. I don't do that.
I think it's bad business for her to quit and for anyone to give her slack. Think about it. If you're going to bang everyone you give interviews for, I bet she gets a lot more interviews. I bet coaches start lining up left and right.
And people are complaining, this wouldn't happen if she was a man. Kind of right. Because if you're asking, a Patriots fan, are you mad at Vrabel for this? For what? Slaying puss?
I mean, he was on his wife.
I mean, you have to be that's a Christian view, not a football player or a football fan view. Not all football fans are Christians.
That's true. It's just a general shitty thing to do.
Yeah, it is. But honestly, would you rather have a coach that's very faithful and bad at coaching or a guy who just went to the Super Bowl and is slaying ass? One can't be the other. One cannot be the other. Honestly, it's the dude opinion of it, the Chaka Bra. I think Diana's pretty attractive. Her husband's probably not having a great time at all. But, she's probably never going to be on the show. So we can say what we feel about it. Not a great look, Diana. Especially the fact that y'all went to a hotel that was 3 hours away and trying to demand your innocence. Also, somebody has it out for you guys. Because they found you. And not only that, they need to look for you.
Well, it's a public hotel. If they wanted to be secretive, they should have got a rental house.
I know, but what paparazzi set up 2 hours away to catch y'all, or to even think that y'all are going to do that?
I sure it was paparazzi and not just some Patriots fan.
It looked like it was taken out of the bushes.
I have no idea.
But yeah, there were a couple photos. Also, I don't hang out with friends like that. I don't front hug for a significant amount of time while gandering or gazing into another person's eyes and try to say that it's, not more than trying to get some piss. But that's happened. Congrats, Mike. You still have your job and got some hot piss. Mike's wife, open it up maybe. Open up the marriage a little bit. It's fair. UFC 327 recap. As everyone would notice, we did not do picks for this number card, even though we always do picks. I'll take the blame for that. I went in thinking this card's not that great. Didn't have a lot of build up to it. I think I even said on our socials that I was just kind of underselling it. I didn't think they did a great job of building it up. They had actually lost the title fight off of it because of injury.
Plus, we were busy that Saturday. You may have caught parlay day at the Marshall Green and White game in Huntington.
Marshall hit us up. We had some footage.
There's some solid footage. Very good.
I thought the biggest draw to this was Josh Hokett's antics at the press conferences and things like that. So that kind of just shows UFC could have done more to sell the fights when the biggest storyline is the guy acting like a jackass at those press conferences, which extremely effective because what that's going to do is people are going to, like a Jake Paul effect.
Yeah, watch this.
They're going to watch to see him get his ass kicked, and then he put on an absolute show, being probably the greatest heavyweight fight I've seen in a very long time. It was straight up just slobber fest, very little defense, just who was going to go down first. Neither did because it was only 3 rounds, but it was very close.
Yeah.
That Josh was covered in blood after Curtis's blood. Curtis hung in there, and
I thought Curtis should have won.
And then Josh Hockett totally changed his career trajectory, going from unranked, taking Curtis Blades' number 5 ranking, and also booking a fight on UFC 250 Freedom 250, against Derek Lewis, Donald Trump's favorite fighter.
Yeah.
Donald Trump told Dana, why isn't Derek Lewis on this card? And 25 to 30 minutes later, he was on that card, had an opponent. So Derek Lewis, it's kind of funny. People say what they want about Trump. A lot of people say he's racist. His favorite fighter being like a 280-pound black man who takes his shorts off is kind of funny. Like, there's a lot of comedy in that.
There's a little comedy, yeah.
We'll move on from the Hockett type stuff. Jiri versus Carlos Olberg. I was a sad boy because I had Carlos at the beginning, and you obviously see that he experiences a knee injury. People were saying at the time looked like maybe Achilles, ACL. It is confirmed now an ACL injury.
Yeah.
Jiri kind of gestures to him that he's like, we're going to stand here and square up until it's over because you're injured. Gets caught on a left hook early and goes down. In a fight, Tommy, where would you side on this? Do you go off of he was a fair guy or he did what he needed to do to win the fight? Because, I mean, he didn't have to square up with him. He could have just fired leg kicks, kept a distance, and known that wheel was going to fall off very soon. But he didn't do that. He gave the guy a puncher's chance and got punched.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Personally, I don't know if I would have given him the special advantage.
It's for the title. Like, this ain't a fucking, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fighting for the title.
You got injured because of my fighting. This is a result. If it was like something before the fight happened, different scenario. But this fight, your injury is a result of me doing my job and hurting you. I should get the rewards of your injury and being able to do that, yeah. So I think he fucked up.
Yeah.
I think he fucked up good.
Yeah, you're a UFC fighter, a professional. This is your profession. You're not a professional nice guy. You get paid to become a champion, be a champion, and this has earned you no money toward that.
Super Bowl scenario. Drake Mate tears his ACL opening drive. You think the other team's going to sit their starting quarterback?
No. Actually, happened in the AFC Championship game. Bo Nix, unable to play. Did the Patriots say, oh, we're going to go ahead and sit ours too? No, they didn't. They just took the win.
Yep.
And that's what Jiri should have did, in my opinion as well. I think it was very unbecoming, possibly, maybe that's the word I'm going for, of getting on the mic after and being like, I let him in this fight. No one wants to hear from the loser, especially when your first thing out of your mouth's an excuse.
Yeah, we know what happened.
Yeah, we have eyes. We were able to fucking see and able to see it's a very dumb fucking decision. Paulo Costa, another fighter that has been in contact with someone on this podcast before. Mm-hmm. We have met Paulo. He KOs an undefeated fighter in the third round when usually Paulo Costa, that's when he dives out. He loses his energy and just fucking totally becomes a potato to get beat on for a third round. He landed a nice head kick on Murgadov, I don't know. Some Russian name. He was 16-0. I was very excited for how Paulo handled that fight because he won the first round handedly, let the guy back in the second round, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, Paulo's kind of dying off, delivers that head kick, and there's no questions asked.
Yeah.
Also, Paulo's the one that Donald Trump said, you're too good looking to be a fighter, which is a weird comment to say to someone.
No kidding. Right before he said, you look like a UFC fighter to Cowboy Cerrone. Yeah.
You're ugly as piss. You look like a testicle.
Who is this ugly troll Diaz I keep hearing about?
Tommy.
Yeah.
The Canes have clinched the number one seed. This is our fucking year. I've said it the whole fucking time. You can go back to the first episode that the NHL started this year. It is our fucking year, and I have not been wrong yet.
The Panthers haven't even made it. Won't make it.
Panthers not even in the dance.
Exactly.
All of our foes that are notable are out of it. We just need to make sure we close out the Bruins, and I'm not scared of anyone else.
Yep. Just play smart hockey like we know how to do, and this is easily our year.
We have a fucking championship coming back to Raleigh. Coach Rod has got us going. We are so fucking... This is the highest scoring season the Canes have ever had.
Yeah.
People say defense wins championships. Goals win fucking championships. Games rarely end 0-0.
Yeah, it's only one championship game that ended 0-0.
Yeah. And it's not a win. That's a tie. Mm-hmm. How many wins have 0 goals? None. Not a fucking one. Very important to score goals. And we are the fucking king of goals right now.
Yes, and speaking of kings, Gypsy King won his fight on Netflix. Netflix is really starting to start up their fighting cards. Good anticipation coming up here for next month. Yeah, Nate Diaz and Ronda Rousey fighting on the card with Ngannou. And that's actually going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, it should be a good card. I'm not a UFC purist where I'm like, I'm only going to watch UFC. It's the only reputable promotion. No. There are other promotions that have good fights. Maybe I don't watch every card they have to offer because not all of them are as good. But I'm not going to fucking take away their ability to have good cards. And Gypsy King also seemingly got an agreement out of Anthony Joshua in the crowd for their rematch. And he said that it's the only fight he wants.
Nice.
Even though the Bronze Bomber. I can't remember. Deontay Wilder's wanting a rematch with him, saying the Gypsy King cheated, and that when his biography or documentary drops, everyone will see that. Yeah, that's what most losers say. The other one cheated.
Yeah.
That's just a good way to kind of tell yourself it wasn't your fault. But like I said, Netflix and the fight game seems like they're getting some footing. Paramount has UFC. I'm excited to see where this goes. Does Amazon put their foot in the ring?
Honestly, to God, Dana needs the competition. Maybe he'll start paying people more.
And just like put the cards together better. But going to WrestleMania, Pat McAfee, I think in my opinion, is the best part of this build to this WrestleMania. I have said before his first segment of this WrestleMania run, which was only like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, that this WrestleMania build-up has been shit. It has just kind of matchups that they've had to put together, and people have their defenses for WWE. I'm a WWE fan. I'm not trying to attack them to take them out of business. But people have their defenses like, oh, the injuries have affected the WrestleMania. Bullshit. You have a plethora of accomplished wrestlers that you can make storylines with. If you choose not to do so, it is your own fault. And then just how they're handling the matchups. I thought, to be honest, the CM Punk and Roman Reigns one was not a bad build-up until the Monday Night Raw before, where they had a cocksucking fest, where they're like, let's keep the bad blood in there, but y'all are going to compliment each other to each other's faces, but say, I hate you at the end of every sentence. And I'm just like, I thought it was the weirdest fucking cringeworthy shit, and whoever wrote that needs to get kicked in the fucking balls. Or grow some, to be honest with you. Grow some fucking nuts. That was the lamest shit I've ever seen.
The problem is they replace all the Jewish writers with AI, and they just can't write as good dialogue.
I blame Bruce Pritchard. That man looks like a fuck. But Pat McAfee absolutely killing his heel run.
Good job, Pat.
Him and Josh Hockett, I think, have single-handedly brought back the middle finger. They've made it cool again to flip off any and everyone that you can. Pat probably delivered about 8 middle fingers to the San Jose crowd. Josh Hockett delivered about 8 to Curtis Blades during their fight.
That's good. I don't care for sharks.
I'm a fan of the middle finger. As a kid that would flip it for adults to laugh at, like, I'm a big fan of the middle finger. I think it's a funny gesture, and it is hilarious when kids do it.
It can't be. There's moments.
Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Hornets? Are they maybe playoff bound? We'll find out tonight. We're recording on Tuesday. Hornets have a playing game against the Heat tonight. Do you think they punch their ticket and go ahead, just go to the dance tonight?
Oh, yeah. If my $4 on the money line is anything to say, I definitely believe in the Hornets.
$4 and a lot of trust. It's not like a lot of trust.
It's $4 with the trust. You mean gumballs I can get with $4?
You have your blood. You have some blood in the game, though.
Yes, I can get.
Whether it's like a small scrape or a gusher that all your money's on.
Hey, that's how it starts. You win one game, then they win the next game. Next thing you know, champion.
Yeah, you got to keep yourself in the game for the rest of the games they're finna play.
Exactly. Can't burn out all my good luck yet.
Celtics, they're here to handle business. My Celtics are going to win again. Fuck it, I'll say it. I don't give a shit. Jay is almost the human embodiment of the city of champions again. Except for Washington, who did have a bad season. They can reclaim that for me by next NFL season, taking it home. But for me to have the Celtics and the Canes as NBA champions and NHL champions, no one's going to be able to tell me dick.
Don't jinx us.
No one's going to be able to tell me dick. I'll be the king of sports. I'll go get me a fucking Burger King crown and tell every room I walk in to fucking bow to me because I am the greatest. I will live like all those New England fans did for such a time.
I'll get a Sweet Canes championship shirt.
Absolutely. You won't be able to tell me dick. I'll tell you that much. Going back to UFC, Gable Steveson has signed with the UFC, and his debut will be on International Fight Week. He has built quite a name for himself in the freestyle wrestling in college.
Yeah.
Some would say maybe the greatest college and Olympic wrestler. They say Olympic wrestler. I don't think he wrestled enough in the Olympics to say he was the greatest ever, but they also kind of ended it in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So maybe he does get that feat. But people are excited. He is trained by John Jones.
Damn.
And in his indie circuit, you would expect like a guy who's such a wrestler to have to rely on his wrestling. He's knocking folk out.
I bet.
He's going to be in the heavyweight division, and I think my prediction for him, if he stays on the right path and doesn't make John Jones' early mistakes, he could be a champion within a year and a half.
Oh, yeah. Stay away from the drugs.
Stay away, which he hasn't been so far, but you never know with John. He likes to party. Sometimes he hits a minivan, runs away, comes back and gets the gun out of the glove box with his money. Sometimes you got to do that, I guess.
Probably.
Sometimes. But excited about Gable Steveson. Yeah. WNBA draft was this week. We'll be quick about this one. Ozzie Fudd goes number 1 to Dallas. Lauren Betts, I thought possibly may have been number 1, slid to number 4. And Flojo Johnson gets drafted to Golden State at 8. And the other girls, I didn't know who they were. Those 3. That's pretty good. That's better than last year, where I knew Caitlin Clark. There's only 1. Yeah. I know 3 now, so I'm times 3 better going into season 3. What will I be in season 4?
That's how they just by their paychecks. That new $300,000 minimum.
And Kelsey Plum took $999,999.
Damn.
And some fan gave her $1. I'm like, there you go. There's your $1 million.
That's weird.
But
and our last story, Moon.
The Moon. Need I say more?
It's still up there. We went around it. It's cool.
Tommy, the number one thing that happened with this storyline to me personally, I've always had my doubts. I don't think we've ever been to the moon before this.
We didn't even this time. We just drove around.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if this was a scouting mission for us to go to the moon, I don't think we went with our technology we had in the 70s. I just don't think it happened. This time we're like, oh, let's really plan out this trip. If you've already been there, if I've been to, let's say, Orlando, Florida before, the next time I go to Orlando, Florida, I'm not going to pick a landing spot. You know what I'm saying? I just trust and go to Orlando, Florida.
But this seems harder to me. If you think about it, like the moon's up there. The first time, they shot right at it, landed, no muss, no fuss. This one, you have to go around it at just the right thing to slingshot. Because if you're off by a little bit, you're going to keep going.
Right into the sun.
Right into the fucking sun. And so, this one takes a little bit more like, we got to be precise. Because the moon's big. You get up there, to try and miss it's hard. You're going to hit right in the center, no muss, no fuss. But to slightly go around it to miss, but not go too far out, and you're going to keep going into the sun. I think that's a little bit harder of an achievement.
Yeah, absolutely. But that kind of made me throw that in there. Like, everyone says that, moon landing was faked, all that, just the race against the Russians. We just wanted to prove we got there first. This kind of made me think, like, no shot that we went to the moon in that time period.
Oh, we definitely did.
I don't know. Leave it up to debate. Embrace debate a little bit. And if anyone has a different opinion about the moon landing, go ahead and put that in the comments below. There'll probably be a lot of different comments around you, like WrestleMania, or Wrestler, Mount Rushmore, but trust, someone will want to talk to you about your view on the moon.
Absolutely. We get a lot of conspiracy.
It controls the fucking tides. Why would you not want to talk about the moon?
Yeah, it's like Poseidon.
But, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to What's Up, West Virginia. That will be next.
What's up, West Virginia?
What's up, West Virginia? We are coming at you with West Virginia news.
Yeah.
About sports and entertainment and just all around what's going on.
Here at the Holler.
May 2nd, we will be at RSW's Animalistic, where our guy, our main man, our throttler of pussies, like people, not like actually.
Right,
he gets pussy
because
too.
he fights women so often.
He does. Actually, shit, that's not a good line. I should change that. That's good. It's good. He'll like it.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Shane Kryzak is actually going to open up a can of whoop ass on this guy named Troy Parker. I don't know. He's probably small. I've never seen him.
Really, Jay? Because I think I saw him at the homeless shelter because he's a bum.
Bang, bang. But yeah, our guy's going to whip ass, bring back a strap to the pod. We might even have to have him in the studio for something so we can have that belt right here.
Absolutely. Or if he loses, we're going to have content us jumping him on the street randomly and breaking his legs. I have a lot of money on this.
I really want to have a strap in here. We've been passed over for fantasy football by God himself. Also, came this close to winning the tournament challenge, getting some free pump sauce. That would have been paid for by us, but free.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool. But yeah, see us May 2nd at Animalistic, and you'll see Shane Kryzak light up Troy Parker. Yeah. There's a press conference after this segment right here.
Yeah. Then, speaking of us being out and about in the community, you may have seen us on the socials. Me and Jay just got back from Marshall's Green and White game. We had a stellar time. We got into the Dutch Miller party deck.
Shout out Marshall's Hospitality and Entertainment Department, which is his place.
Fucking stellar. What a great environment. Everything was clean. Everyone was very friendly. A lot of great accommodations. We got nice seats down front. We didn't have to fight a small family of 4 and throw a toddler onto the turf, which I was prepared to do.
And for those very few words we were able to exchange with Carlos and Coach,
yep, they're
ready to fucking go.
Oh, yeah.
Carlos is going to spin that pill all over the fucking field. And Coach Tony Gibson looks like he's ready to shut some fucking people up. So there's something about Tony Gibson that I just like more than that fathead idiot. And I can't tell what that is.
You're going to have to specify, or people are going to make an assumption that he's black.
Fuck.
Yeah,
how'd you figure it out?
You got to be more specific. You cannot leave it ambiguous.
He has hair.
He does have hair.
Yep.
But
can't trust a guy with a shiny head.
More importantly, he tried to play in a bowl game this year.
He tried. Tried his damnedest. And I believe that the players would have played a bowl game for him. We saw what happened with the other guy.
I agree. He didn't have a whole team got him quit on him. That's something.
That's something. Unlike another West Virginia coach down in Tennessee, we still stand with Kim.
Absolutely.
This is just the headlines.
Yeah, we're going to go and jump down to this.
We're big supporters of Kim and everything she does. And honestly, they probably quit because they're all soft. They're all softies.
Absolutely.
As my grandpa would say, silly nannies.
As my grandfather would say, I don't ride on the bus with Puerto Ricans.
Yep.
Poor Gramp. Poor Gramp.
Kim Caldwell's whole team just either transferred, quit the game of basketball, or tried to go to the league. I don't know what the threshold for WNBA players is. They might have taken one of them. Who knows?
Do you think they have a roster cap? Or do you think
They have a money cap. I know that, like a cap, and it's not like a lot. Like an NFL quarterback probably gets paid what a whole team of the WNBA players. Which I'm not fighting for him to have more money. I'm not. That's not my fight.
But Jay, you were at that lower the glass ceiling rally the other day.
If you lower the glass ceiling, then I'm just gonna hit my head on it, and it's made of glass. Fuck, these guys suck. You gotta raise it up so you don't hit your head on it. You don't hit your head on the glass ceiling. Everyone knows that. Fucking idiots. All right, and bottom line, that's official statement. We stand with Kim.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Mm-hmm. All right, and we're gonna go.
Speaking of standing with women or taking them down, Fairmont University just added a women's wrestling team. Yeah, cool.
Finally, they get what the consumer wants, and that's women wrestling. I mean, we did ask for less clothes, but it'll get there. I'll get there.
I think we're actually starting to move into seeing more wrestling just in the mainstream. Now that you're seeing it in that one, was it YouTube League?
The one that started by Hulk Hogan, Real American Wrestling.
Yeah.
No, that's Raw. It's RAF.
Yeah, that
freestyle wrestling. Yeah, Real American Freestyle.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe it's getting more mainstream, more people interested.
Yeah, Chael Sonnen is one of the people that is like the commentators.
Who?
Chael Sonnen from the UFC.
Oh, cool.
Well, formerly the UFC, he's like 50 now. Colby Covington's been doing a lot of work over there, even though he straight up sucks. But yeah, a lot of more wrestling of the freestyle variety, something for them to do after besides, become a mechanic.
But you know the good news, added a new ladies sport. That means the football team gets some more money. Thanks, Title IX.
Or do they get some like cool team that's obscure? Because you probably got all. No, I don't know. It's Fairmont. I was gonna say, I feel like they'd have all the cool teams already. Maybe they don't. Like State randomly doesn't have a men's soccer team.
That sucks.
Yeah, because of Title IX. I'm like, what did you get instead of?
I think they have a football team.
They have a football team. Their stadium's not bad. They have like the cool light show.
Oh yeah.
Hoover used it one year. I went. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Hoover Stadium's pretty cool too.
It is cool. Glenville played a game there.
That's pretty bad when like a local college is like, can we borrow yours? And you're like 60 miles away from it.
I think it was like a recruitment thing too.
There had to have been no students there because I can't imagine being a Glenville student. Like I'd go to the games even if they were bad because it's your school. What else are you gonna do on a Friday or whatever they play?
Yeah.
But like drive 60 miles to see a D2 or D3 school play at a high school.
Yeah, but you're leaving Glenville, so going to like near Charleston, I'm sure is a treat.
But then you pull up in Elkview and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, but they got the Gomar there and Penn Station.
That's the highlights. He's naming the highlights, folks. There's nothing better. They have Anytime Fitness.
I had to fight the guy today at Anytime Fitness for the deadlift spot because it was only.
Yeah, you told me that's did you stab him?
I did not. I finished my hip stretches and he left.
Oh, there you go. You scared him off.
He went to go do incorrect pull-ups.
West Virginia University won the crown.
Cool, very cool.
That's like the third best tournament that's happening at that time in college men's basketball, which is something. I think they got $1 million.
Hey, that's cool.
That's cool. I bet they didn't like put it towards next year's recruitment. I bet it went to the players on the team, like nerds.
Yeah, they actually donated to themselves. Pat McAfee said he would have matched it.
They donated it to themselves?
No, as if they would have.
I was going to say Pat McAfee definitely would have matched it. Putting that on him.
I think they already won, so maybe the players get
Oh, he got everybody at WWE World today.
No.
They put like a countdown on the screen. Like someone was about to come out and, like for pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And he popped up on the screen and started calling everybody nerds because he's a villain right now. So he's really into bullying them.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I can smell you all the way here in Indiana.
I bet he's having a great time. He's taking all that revenge he got from everyone. Oh, yeah.
All right. Marshall's Women's won the NIT at home, and for some reason, all came to our buddy Devin's tailgate to hang out with his stepfather, Joe. Joe, you are ass puller of the week.
Good job, Joe.
Our first inaugural one, Joe. Ass puller of the week. His wife, Rena, not there. Not there. But he kept his distance. A safe distance.
Every time you turn around, he'd have more.
A safe yet fun distance. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. Julie Folks did a hell of a job with him this year. I had hopes that we may have made the actual tournament, but we didn't win our tournament in Sunbelt, so that kind of hurts us a little bit.
We lost early.
Yeah, we kind of hurts us a lot a bit.
But there's always next year. This is promising. And I think with some good momentum, we can make the tournament. Knock on wood. Speaking of knocking on wood, the Jerry West documentary is being dropped on Amazon Prime here soon. This is exciting.
He's the logo. I think that might be like in the name or something. The logo.
The logo. That makes sense.
That's pretty cool. Like, NFL can't say that because no one's on that logo.
It's true, it's just the little shield.
I'm trying to think of what other sports.
PGA has a golfer, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it's probably like Jack Nicklaus or something.
That's exactly right. NHL doesn't. It's just the black and white thing.
MLB's there is a guy in there, but I don't think it's anybody.
No.
It's way too rounded off features. Like his hands are like circles, I think. They should make it somebody.
But who would you put?
Not Derek Jeter. Not doing it.
You do Babe Ruth, but his big fat and all that shit would take up a lot of space.
Do Jackie Robinson. We all like Jackie. That's a girl's name.
Jackie Robinson would be cool.
Like you want to know that Marshall extended Julie Folks, signed until 2031. I think that's a lot of years to commit to somebody, but
That's a lot. My friend
like we said, we're big Julie people. We're guys. We're big Julie guys. Julie Folks. I heard she don't give a folks about anything.
Absolutely.
Except for Marshall women's basketball. Mountaineer baseball's off to a hot start. They were leading the Big 12 when I last checked. Ziggy, how are the WVU Mountaineers at baseball right now?
The West Virginia Mountaineers are having a strong season with a 25-8 overall record and 10-5 in Big 12 play. They're currently ranked 15th in the nation and are set to host Houston for a 3-game series starting today.
Wheeling Nailers are in the championship of the minor league hockey. I don't know the exact letters. Minor league hockey championships, which is cool because that is in West Virginia, and the boys' barn is chirping up there in Wheeling.
We gotta go to the game soon.
TD Bank. I don't know what it's called. It's named after a bank, I think, up there. But we are pumped for the guys. We're so pumped that we don't know where they play.
Yeah, absolutely. Then, also, Marshall softball debuts on the D1 top 25 at 25.
West Virginia's good at the four-base sport.
No kidding. We're really living up to our name as the baseball state. I just gave this.
Yep, we're the baseball state from here on out.
Sorry,
Sorry, Texas, California, and Puerto Rico.
That's a U.S. territory.
I know.
God, it is fucking hot.
The boys are credentialed for the Charleston Dirty Birds.
That's right. We're officially on the media list. We will be at the Home Run Derby this Saturday.
And we'll be throwing some Dirty Birds. We're going to bring back making the middle finger cool again.
This is probably going to air on. But yeah, catch us all season long at the Dirty Birds. We'll be popping in and out, interviewing coaches, players, that guy selling hot dogs, anyone and everyone. We might even ask some of you.
I think it's a good time to talk about our summer tour.
Ooh, I think it's the perfect time.
Power Die Summer Tour 2026. This is our first one. So that means it's probably going to be the wildest one because there's not going to be as many guidelines set in place for future years.
Absolutely.
But basically, you can book us to be at any event to film content or cover. We're going to be at Dirty Birds games, which we'll release on the ones we're going to be at for sure. It actually starts on the day the finale is airing today. We're going to be at the Home Run Derby for the Dirty Birds.
Yeah.
There's nothing better in the game of baseball than watching people go fucking yard.
Yeah.
That's the best fucking part. And we get it. It's like having dessert before dinner. We're getting it right before the season starts.
Except it's a derby. So it's dessert after dessert after dessert. That's all you get.
I think, what's the max score you think someone can get? 150. 150 home runs.
12.
That could be it. I bet it could. I bet you want to show up tomorrow to see if someone hits 150 home runs. They could do it.
I think they will.
They could. I think for minor leagues, you should move the outfield wall in a little bit. So that way, more home runs, more reason for people to go and bet home runs there.
Yeah. Actively just to have gambling anyway.
Yeah.
They don't have enough.
But we're Dirty Birds dudes now.
That's right.
So you can catch us at those games throughout other events you can catch us at. We'll be at the Regatta probably.
We'll be at Regatta, Live on the Levee, other concerts, West Virginia State Fair perhaps.
Woody Woods Fest or whatever that's called now.
Yeah, because of the
Baby.
And the Waka Flocka.
Tommy, you got to wear your Charlotte jersey to see Baby. He was sitting courtside with the babysitters,
Yeah, but
which is what he calls his hosts. I swear to God. I swear to God, that's what he calls his hosts, the babysitters.
That's not a good thing to call them.
They were like holding his cup, like turning it into his mouth so he could drink on the camera.
Weird.
It looked real boss, to be honest with you. It looks real boss. And just fucking girl's like, what? But how does she know when to stop? Like, you know when to stop. She's like, I don't want no more in my mouth.
They must have like a time, like trained.
Bitch, don't you ever pour over 4 seconds. You try to drown me, bitch. I guess is what's up, West Virginia. For the people that are going to be at the NFL draft next week, Pittsburgh's not far. Pittsburgh is not far.
No, it's not.
And the Giants will be at Giants go to Greenbrier.
Really?
For training camp for like a week.
That's cool. We should.
Jackson Dart, Camp Scatterbows.
Fuck yeah.
Also, you'll see us at the Dirty Birds game with Jason Williams. White chocolate.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my Parlay or Die baseball jersey.
I'm gonna wear it to the first game as well, or tomorrow. Yeah, today. What am I saying? Where are we at? What's going on here? Is that recording?
Where am I?
What's that? What are all these lights on me for? It's so hot in here, goddammit, I'm going crazy! All right, we're going to end it. We're fucking end it. All right.
Reminds me of the
Listen, hear me out. All right, guys, this is going to be part of our Hear Me Out this week. This week's Hear Me Out is a two-parter. This one we are doing Mount Rushmores of professional wrestlers. WrestleMania spirit is full effect in this episode, as it was last year. Tommy, if we're picking top fours, we're not going to be those Nances that give you like top 7 and call the other 3 honorable mentions.
Nope, won't do it.
You get maybe 1 honorable mention if he means that much to you, because there is so many across a wide spectrum of wrestling all over the world. Some people like the New Japan stuff if you're like a real nerd. Then you have WWE. AEW is on our home turf, owned by the son of the Jaguars.
Oh, really?
Owner Khan. Weird, I just saw they announced this week. AEW has a deal with NFL. They're going to release like AEW NFL merch. It's going to be hilarious when it's only Jaguars. Because the other ones are like, we like WWE. That's just what they're going right here. But, AEW had a pretty good, I think it's supposed to be like their equivalent of a Mania last weekend. Pretty good. No, if I said the names, no one would know.
I wouldn't.
No. But we are going all wrestling. I have a feeling that all 8 of ours are probably from one wrestling, the WWE or WWF. A lot of people forget that's what that was for a long time.
That's true.
WCW, maybe. I think you have some WCWs on there.
If you count the Charleston domestic shelter, where there's a lot of fights going on back in my childhood, there's a lot of local artists, too, that are contenders.
Crackhead Pete, man, he has a hell of a sleeper.
Yeah.
Hell of a sleeper. His wife didn't know what to do with it. Did not know what to do. All right, Tommy. So we're both going to, do we want to go one each or go Mount Rushmore each and then Mount Rushmore?
Let's do one each, back and forth.
All right. The first face on my Mount Rushmore is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I went with Stone Cold first because that's the one that I don't want to keep something in the holster and build anticipation to the one that everyone already knows. And that is Stone Cold Steve Austin. When you hear that glass shatter, you know that someone's about, 1, to get a can of ass whooping opened on them. Someone's catching a stunner, man or woman. Our own president has caught a stunner. It's crazy the amount of people have caught a stunner. Insane. And it's cool every fucking time. They sell it great every time. Pat McAfee's is one of my favorite sells of it. He just sprayed the bear straight up in the air and right onto his back. The Rock, honestly, probably was the best at selling the Stone Cold Stunner because he would pop back up to his feet and fall again. He'd fall twice off one stunner.
Damn.
And Vince McMahon also loved catching stunners as well. He caught a couple in his career. I think pretty much ended his career 7 years ago when he tore both his quads sliding into the... So, Tommy, who is your first face on your Mount Rushmore?
I'm going old school because I'm more of a fan of the old school. I really don't have as much knowledge of the current generation. So my first one is going with the classic Macho Man Randy Savage. I feel like this guy embodies
Slim Jims,
like the 80s and that kind of era of wrestling. The over-the-top costumes, the tough macho voice, the strong this demeanor of him. Plus Miss Elizabeth with him all the time. Pretty cool. And he was in the first Raimi Spider-Man, and that's really cool. I like that one.
Bonesaw.
You got you for 3 minutes of pain.
You ain't going nowhere, freak show.
Yeah, it's pretty cool shit.
Absolutely. Macho Man R.I.P. First head of my things, classic.
Yeah, he's a icon. The face of Slim Jim. Slim Jims wouldn't be where they are today without old Macho Man Randy Savage. Nope. And his glasses were cool.
Yeah.
He had always cool sunglasses. He made white people wearing do-rags cool, which is a tough sell. You can't do that nowadays. Just not as cool. Besides, bikers. Bikers do it.
He's also a voice guest on one episode of The King of the Hill.
And Miss Burdette, former English teacher, Hoover, saw her wear a do-rag because she was one of the biker ones at Bike Week. Shout out Miss Burdette. My second face on my Mount Rushmore is going to be the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, Chris Jericho, the man of 1,001 holds. Chris is iconic. He's in AEW right now where probably 30 to 40% of the wrestling community doesn't know that he's still wrestling because he's with AEW, not the WWE. His rumor this year that he was returning to WWE, one of the hottest rumors that were around wrestling this whole year, was when is he going to return, everything. He did not, but it drew the attention of everyone that he could return back to the WWE, and I hope he does. He's one of the most, every time you think he's kind of too old or something, he retools his whole character and image and just finds something that works again. I've seen him in press conferences for AEW live in Charleston when he was the Le Champion, That's French for the champion, I believe. Le Champion. Every time he retools himself. And I think his debut in wrestling is one of the most iconic ever for the WWE, WWF at the time, when The Rock is calling out who could ever be next to, go against him when he's kind of on this generational run, as it were. That countdown starts again. 10, 9, and then the millennium hits. Y2J, Chris Jericho comes out with the top pony, and him and The Rock have a good back and forth. It's one of the most iconic debuts in wrestling history. You can look it up on YouTube to this day and catch the whole thing. I think it's like 9 minutes. Fucking gold. Chris Jericho is my second on Mount Rushmore.
I'm glad you said that, because when you first said Ayatollah, I thought you were going with the Iron Sheik. I was going to be concerned.
No, Chris Jericho is the Ayatollah of rock and rolla.
That makes a lot more sense. But going in that same vein, my second would be the Iron Sheik's one of his arch nemesis, Hulk Hogan.
Rest in peace, both of them.
That's right. Thunderlips, the only guy to go toe-to-toe with Rocky in Rocky 3. Put up a really good fight. Rocky, of course, had his hands tied at the time in his gloves.
Bad idea.
They had to cut him out before he could get back. But Thunderlips had some good shots. And Hulk Hogan, real life, pretty stellar dude. Guest appearances on American Dad. He tried to have that one.
That movie had 2 wrestlers in it.
It did.
Clubber Lang and Thunderlips.
And he had a couple movies that weren't very good.
Did you know that WrestleMania 3, that was Clubber Lang was actually Hulk Hogan's opponent?
Oh, really?
Yeah, major event. Mr. T versus Hulk Hogan.
Did not know that. I'm just a fan of the Hulkamania. Any decent branding is stellar for me.
Did the Hulkamania run wild on you, Tommy?
All the time.
All the time.
He had the silky hair of a Chinese man, too.
And the skin of a hot dog. Shout out to It's Always Sunny, who had more wrestling things in the whole show than you'd think.
They really did.
Rodney Pipe, Roddy showed up a lot, and then that's about it. More than a lot of people do. My number 3 is a sentimental one. I think he's a favorite of most people in the WWE. More probably not as people with the taste of Tommy, where it's more like the Raw, the Attitude Era, and beforehand. Bray Wyatt, he passed away 2-3 years ago, very young. He was pretty much our age, like maybe 2 years older, from effects of long COVID. His heart stopped while he was napping. And he's probably one of the best storytellers of WWE's ever seen. He had the Wyatt family, which is how he debuted on Raw and things, which was like a cult that he was the leader of. Just like when he was in the ring, in the arena, he kind of captivated everyone. He made it almost like you were watching a play and you're on the stage with him. Like, he'd darken out all the lights. He'd show you scenes and things, have props where he's like, there's just more to it than like, I don't like this guy or I want the belt. He made it like a personal thing and had like a long story always. And when I was like working through like some depression in my life, that's when I got back into wrestling, was finding Bray Wyatt. So like, yeah, kind of like a sentimental thing of why he's there. Not just like that he's an awesome kick-ass wrestler, but I think he was more of like a whole package that if you haven't seen him or watched any of his stuff, like, it's really good. He's a really good wrestler. And he was born into a wrestling family. His dad was IRS, who was in a faction with Ted DiBiase. And his brother, Bo Dallas, is a wrestler as well. He's Mr. or Uncle Howdy on current television. He's pretty much doing Bray's thing, where he's like almost like a supernatural-like character.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Bray Wyatt / The Fiend, because they're the same person. They're my number 3 on my Mount Rushmore. Tommy, who do you have for your number 3?
Number 3, going old school again, Andre the Giant. Andre the Gentle Giant was a behemoth of a man, holding a record for the most alcohol ever drank at one time. A stellar wrestler where he'd just step on people and it was gruesome. I'm a big fan of The Princess Bride. That was a solid movie, very funny.
Did you know he would go to the Playboy Mansion and stack 4 Playboy bottles on top of each other and finger them all at the same time? I heard that in a movie once.
I also heard that.
I think it was a documentary about bad grandpas or something. I don't know.
Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah, and Troy Bolton was in it.
Yep.
Troy Bolton.
Solid film. Did not win the Oscar. Was not nominated.
That's one of the few movies that when me and Tommy watched it, we watched it immediately again as soon as it ended. We clicked repeats. We were living in the pie house.
Yeah, it was very funny. Good
very
stuff.
funny.
So Andre, number 3, an icon of a human being. The only thing I didn't like about him was he was French. But that should show how much I care for this guy, is overcoming that.
Number 4 for me, and I think I hold him on high, to be honest with you. as a kid, I watched everything that he did. His promos were awesome. He kind of was the first one that made being a heel cool, like being the villain. And he just kind of embraced it. He kind of embraced like the racist thing toward his own culture a little bit by doing like he come out in a low rider. Who the fuck's doing that at that time? Eddie fucking Guerrero, Uncle Eddie. I think it's so sad that he passed away. He had his issues with drugs. He was clean when it happened, but a heart issue happened. He was actually on tour with SmackDown. They found him in the hotel room, in the floor. Chavo found him. But I think, God, just like, he'd be about the age of Chris Jericho. He would still be in the business if he were still alive. And I would like to see what like an aged Eddie would be doing right now, because even if he's not like the top of the bill right now, he would, in his older age, he would definitely be there helping like the younger generation and stuff, like learn how to better their characters and things. And I think that's Eddie Guerrero is the best probably WWE character of all time. Hilarious, but also when you needed to take him seriously, he knew how to flip that switch. He had one of the greatest promos ever about, because he had his issues. I think it was Brock Lesnar on SmackDown back in the day when Brock had first started, called him a drug addict, like in front of everybody, and he turned it into like this whole thing where he was like, yeah, I was addicted to drugs, but like, you didn't live the life I did. It was a great promo if anyone ever wants to watch it. But Eddie Guerrero, lie, we cheat, we steal. And like the iconic move everyone does now, copies off of him, where he hit the chair off the ground and threw it to his opponent and then fell. So it looked like he was hit with the chair by his opponent, won a couple matches that way. That's fucking brilliant. That's grade A brilliance right there. But Eddie Guerrero is the fourth on mine, and honestly probably my number one of all time.
Wow. Number 4, final for me. I'm doing a theme. All of my guys have died. So my last guy, of course, is The Undertaker. The guy that is so good, death itself can stop him. Rose again from the dead. We celebrate him every Easter. It's very important for Catholics. And yeah, Undertaker, iconic. People who've never seen wrestling have heard of The Undertaker because it is a real life job. But The Undertaker, of course, has that ghoulish stuff about him. He's in all the memes. And on the original Super Nintendo, one of the wrestling games, if you press the combo buttons, you shoot out like this little black mist at people. It's really fucking cool and effective.
He summoned demons on folk?
I think he summoned demons on folks.
I think he's another one that has probably one of the greatest storylines of all time. Like, people still think Kane's actually his brother. Even though they're just two wrestlers that work together.
Oh, see, I thought Kane was his brother.
And then a lot of people also thought that Paul Bearer may be their father. No, he's just a fat guy that they found that was like, yeah, you look real weird trying to dress like the Addams Family guy. Hector. No. What's that? Gomez.
Yeah.
He looks like a fat Gomez Addams, but he's also white. My favorite Undertaker is the American Badass, because at that age in my life I was able to, well, I wasn't able to, my mom wouldn't be happy about it, but I would be, singing his walkout music, Kid Rock, I Am American Badass, plus it's coming out on a chopper. I like people who came out in vehicles. That's big for me. That was big for me. But that is our Mount Rushmore. Guys, if you think you have a better build of your Mount Rushmore, even though it's, to each his own, everybody has their own paradise here. Sure. Put them in the comment section below, and we will ask people that pop onto our podcast today maybe what their top 4 is before we start getting into picks. Maybe. But yeah, put your picks in the comments below, and
we'll see you next time. See you next season.
What?
Okay, we're going to have a quick shout out to our new partners, Pump Sauce.
If you're tired of clumpy pre-workout powders and crazy caffeine jitters, Pump Sauce is a stem-free liquid pre-workout that delivers serious pumps, hydration, and endurance so you can train harder.
One cap gives you 2 to 3 times the hydration and 8 times the electrolytes compared to other leading sports drinks.
And because you're rocking with Parlay or Die, you can save 10% off your order.
Just be sure to use our promo code Parlay or Die Prod at checkout.
That's Parlay or Die Prod for 10% off Pump Sauce, and it stacks on their existing sales, so you can pump it up and get sauced. All right, and we're coming to you with a brand new segment here on the finale, because we never stop leveling up.
We don't.
We never stop. Even on the last episode, you're getting something new, and we're raising the bar. We're raising the bar here with our sponsor, Pump Sauce. This segment will be sponsored by our affiliate here, Pump Sauce. Remember, you can get 10% off their website with the code Parlay or Die Prod. And obviously, we use the product here. We're fans. We're not just affiliates. We're fans.
Oh, it's good shit.
It is good stuff. Tommy, we are going to hit them with the Pump Sauce pumped up moment of the week. We're looking for that moment of the week that just has you fucking jazzed you're at your Friday and you're like, man, this week's not been bad. Or maybe it happens on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you know?
That's right. Nothing says leveling up and getting that real fucking adrenaline pumping into your veins, like the Charlotte Hornets finally making a playoff run after almost 10 years of not being in it.
Adios mio!
No kidding. Like, we're seeing a run unprecedented. Unfortunately, they're about to hit the Pistons, but you know what? With the right amount of pump, I think they can take it.
Crazy. Usually people are only scared of Detroit because it's dangerous, not of their basketball team.
That's true.
That's crazy that they get to host a playoff game.
You're more worried about losing your wheels than goddamn losing your life.
Someone who lost his wheels was the guy that LaMelo Ball tripped. Lost his wheels there. Sauce pumped moment of the week is going to be the Canes starting the playoffs, the number 1 seed, and Florida Panthers being nowhere to be seen. That is my pumped moment of the week. There is a playoff game in Raleigh tonight.
Yeah.
Saturday tonight, not the.
Oh, this afternoon,
yeah.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. You're going to want to, bunch of jerks. You want that hat on. You want to get your nicest tarp on. Even if the player doesn't play for him anymore, you want to put that on just to show your support and solidarity for the Storm. Everyone needs to get their fucking Storm sirens going.
A storm's brewing.
I wonder who's going to do it. They always bring a famous on there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Who could it be? But since this is the end of the season, we're also going to give you the pumped up moment of the season. Brought to you by Pump Sauce.
Absolutely.
Tommy, what is your one moment of the season that just has pumped you up?
Now, we had a lot of highlights. It's hard to really pin down one, but I gotta say, if I had to pin down one, it'd be when we got to watch Chance and Chase pin down some people in our very first coverage of some MMA fights.
NLC is a great partner with us. You'll actually even see an interview coming out this week with their first female champion.
Yep.
First female champion. That was a big moment for the brand. And going forward, they are a proud affiliate of our podcast.
Absolutely.
We will go to the Nashville card if we're invited. My pumped up moment of the season is honestly a culmination of all the great affiliations we've made with the brand. You've mentioned NLC. We're working with RSW. We're working with one of the greatest workout supplements in the fucking game right now, Pump Sauce. Yep. We have our Whatnot partnership. Honestly, it's just on the up and up. Cool brands better reach out. Blue Chew, you don't need to because everyone watching this already has their boners. Bang. And we're sticking around with Pump Sauce. So that's my pumped up. It's just like all the good brand ambassadors and affiliations that we've taken on. We're working with brands that we're proud of and not ones that we are just getting paid to deal with it.
Absolutely. We are both fans and users of our products. We're not going to endorse something just because they gave us a ton of money.
I missed my car payment like 2 months ago from buying stuff on Whatnot. I bought this jersey on Whatnot.
I was like, they're not giving us a ton of money, but you know what? They're giving us a solid product, and that means more than anything. How often do you order something online and you're worried like it's going to come in shitty? Like, you buy something off Amazon and you're rolling the dice. Like, am I buying crap that I either have to deal with or return? But with Pump Sauce, Whatnot, you're getting a quality item that you know you're going to enjoy and benefit from. You can't put a fucking price tag on that.
No, you can't. And honestly, this shit, it makes me want to say we'll leave you jazzed, but sauced is just the perfect way you feel. You're freaking sauced, bro. Your veins are doing crazy shit, and you're feeling warm. You're feeling warm, brother. And the weight goes up after that. Weight goes up.
Yeah.
And lay off crack.
and more crack.
Lay off crack.
Lay off the crack.
Please! You're ruining families!
As we prepare to see the two most dangerous predators collide. One, relentless, technical, cold-blooded in his pursuit. The other, powerful, unshaken, a beast that does not surrender territory without a fight. A struggle for dominance, with neither willing to yield. A violent dance of instinct, pride, and survive. For the IWA East Coast title, there will be no peace, no mercy, only pressure, only pain, only the laws of the wild apply. Kill or be killed.
We are coming to you from the Parlay or Die press conference for the matchup at Animalistic for the IWA East Coast title. We have the champion, Troy Parker, versus
the parlay or die wrestler. You've seen him in our content. Shane Kryzak. He is trying to get his hand on a strap, get some gold in the pocket. We have both of the fighters joining us here live. But thank you guys for joining us. We're very excited for y'all's matchup. Tommy, you ready to get going?
Troy, you are the defending champion. Do you actually expect Shane to do any damage to you, or do you think this is going to be a cakewalk where they have the little song playing, they have the numbers, and you stop and you get to pick out what kind of cake you want?
Is that what a cakewalk is? Actually, is that like an actual like a thing that
I've seen it at picnics, I believe.
They do it at fairs and festivals. It's a very fun game.
I don't want to say this match will be easy for me. I never want to say any match will be easy for me. I don't want to set an expectation and then be subverted by that expectation. But I've wrestled Kryzak many times, and honestly, I don't think he's beaten me yet. So there is that fact there. If we want to go ahead and throw that on the table.
So hear that? You have not beaten yet or beaten off Troy yet. How do you think you can handle this?
Listen, you could fill a room with guys that have managed to get wins over Kryzak. There's no doubt I've been beat before, and I ain't afraid of getting beat again. But there's one thing that makes it different, and that's my motivation going after the IWA East Coast Heavyweight Championship, a title I've been yearning for since I started in this business. And I'll be damned if anyone's walking over me.
Absolutely. Shane, your opponent is younger, faster, and seemingly has more power in this matchup. Are you worried that your IWA title hopes end on May 2nd by not being able to overcome an age and athleticism disparity? And if so, how do you see in this matchup that you put yourself as a very strong competitor in this match?
Look, I'll put it plainly. There's no doubt that Troy Parker has quickly become the guy around here for now. But in my experience, in my 12 plus years in this business, I've seen plenty of guys come and go. And at the end of the day, I'm still here. I'm still going to be here. And if Troy wants to think he's going to walk over me or have an easy time just because I'm slowing down or because I've been around a little too long, he's going to be unpleasantly surprised when he gets in the ring with me on May 2nd.
You heard it here. Shane has seen lots of men coming. Now, Troy, question for you. You're a man that is known for leaving your opponents in shambles after matches. Do you feel that your stamina will hold up in this match, considering Kryzak's extensive experience managing fights, multiple fighters at the same time?
Listen, I think my camera's frozen. I see this on my feed, but we'll keep moving along here anyway. I've been in so many different kinds of competitions in my day. I've literally, to win this championship, I had to do it in a ladder match against several other gentlemen. And I know that he may have the experience advantage, but let's make no mistake about it. I do this on a level that people around me haven't done before. There are very few people that get after it like I do. There are very few people that have been to as many places in such a short as many time like I have. So I think that I'll be able to manage just fine. This isn't going to be some easy cakewalk for Kryzak by any means. This isn't going to be some hard challenge for me either. This is going to be a fight. That's what I do. And on May 2nd, that's exactly what it's going to be.
Shane, have you thought about maybe putting on like a weighted vest with ankle weights to make yourself heavier during the match to maybe take a greater toll on your opponent?
Listen, I have no qualms about being the smaller man. I've been the smaller man in almost every match I go into. But what makes the difference is my ability to persevere. I can take a hit and keep going. So if Troy thinks he's going to simply use the same style of offense he uses against everyone else, he's going to hit me hard enough to stop me. It does not happen. It has not happened. It will not happen. There is nobody, and I mean nobody in this business, that can keep me down for long. And Troy's going to find out exactly how difficult it is to stop Kryzak when I'm on a roll.
I just need 3 seconds, Kryzak. You're making it sound like I need a whole fortnight to keep you down. I just need 3 seconds.
3 seconds is a long time in that ring, Trey. Long time in the ring. I promise you that.
Absolutely. 3 seconds is also my longest time in bed. But back to the fight.
Parlaying off that, everyone is usually taking the win by pinfall. It's usually how they end. A lot of matches end. Have you thought about starting maybe to make a statement in the local indie wrestling community, or not even just local, the regional wrestling community, by winning your matches by knockout, Troy? Or perhaps maybe even bringing back the 5 count made famous by Big.
That's actually a good point. I mean, I think everybody would love to see me knock out Kryzak. I mean, it's no secret that Kryzak's not really a fan favorite. He might be a favorite to you guys, but people aren't really too happy to see him when he walks through the curtain. So maybe I knock out Kryzak on May 2nd. Maybe we should parlay off that. Maybe we should put the bets in now and see if I knock out Kryzak on May 2nd. I think that sounds like a fun time.
Tell me, you taking the over?
Ooh.
Taking the over?
I'll take the over on that. That'll be a good bet.
Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and go to a fan question, mailed-in fan question. We have, this question was submitted by a fan, Little Sylvia, age 7.5, from Smithers, West Virginia. She asks, hey, Shane, your last match you were beaten by a girl. Does that mean you think Troy's a bitch? I don't know what's wrong with this girl. She needs to watch her language.
That's crazy.
Put that young woman in timeout for that kind of language. But I'll respond nonetheless. That if anybody wants to think that Micah is just a girl, then they weren't paying attention to that match. I mean, she is hands down one of the toughest in our business, up and coming women across the board, and she's got what it takes to go. And I think Troy has what it takes to go. But make no mistake, this is what I do. I go against better opponents all the time. Man, woman, or somewhere in between, it doesn't make a difference to me. What I want to do is compete. What I want to do is fight. And what I want to do is prove that I'm the toughest around, baby. And nobody is going to stop me. And definitely not Troy, definitely not Micah, definitely not anybody that I watched come in, and definitely not anybody I'm going to watch going out.
Do you think your experience with cooter punches is going to play into here? Have you tailored your technique for uppercuts into a method that's more effective for men, perhaps?
A little bit of a crossover in between the two. Now, listen, both Micah and Troy come out of the PowerSlam Academy, and those are some of the absolute best people in the business right now. If you've got the PowerSlam stamp of approval, it means you are the best of the best of the best. But there's a reason for that. That's because of Chance Profit. That's because of Jason Kincaid. And yes, that's because of Shane Kryzak. The PowerSlam Academy wouldn't be what it is without me. And that means whether he likes it or not, Troy Parker wouldn't be what he is without me.
Don't get us wrong. We're big fans of the PowerSlam Academy. We were at the last show. We're going to be at the next show.
We saw what it takes.
We're big fans.
We saw what it takes to make the qualifying, because we saw one guy not make it. And so the bar is not very low. And that guy fucking limboed right underneath of it.
But I guess what we're trying to get to here is Micah's a cheater. We saw it with our own eyes. Smarty Marks didn't see it. She's a cheater. Taking a lot of cock shots, uncalled for. Troy seems to not really have to ever need to cheat, as he's a powerhouse and a brute. If you were calling your shot right now, Troy, what move puts Kryzak to sleep and puts this in your rearview mirror?
I don't think there's a better move in my arsenal for that move than, the go to sleep itself. It's a move I have perfected for, at this point, years now. I picked that up watching a Japanese wrestler called Kenta. I actually got to wrestle that gentleman a few years ago at this point. But I think the go to sleep is going to be the move that puts Kryzak out, because I have yet to have anybody get out of that move.
Shane, have you been watching CM Punk matches so you can see how everyone else can get out of the GTS?
I don't think you could pay me to watch a CM Punk match, but I do study plenty of Kenta. And look, the go to sleep is a tried and true method. There's no doubt I've already scouted it, and I know plenty of options to get away from that. But I wonder if Troy is going to have the same preparation coming in against my spin kick or against my rear naked choke. I've got a lot of versatile options to not just pin you 1, 2, 3. I want to put you out. I want to make you tap or just make you go to sleep. It doesn't make a difference to me. All that matters is that I go home with that IWA East Coast Championship.
Definitely sounds like both y'all have the methods to make this fight not go to a pinfall. Are we getting almost like a last man standing out of this type of deal? Either knockout or going to sleep?
Listen, I'm not going to be one to look in the future and try to call stuff before it happens, but you know what, Kryzak? I'm either knocking you out or I'm not walking out of that match. So I'm not going to go for a pinfall. I'm not going to try to get a cheap pin. I'm going to try to knock you out. So if you want a gentleman's agreement right now, and we say this match is only going out one way, and that's with one person going to sleep, then we can do that.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
But Troy, I wouldn't even try to lie and consider myself a gentleman, but we can certainly come to an agreement that this match won't stop until one of us goes to sleep. That's a deal.
Damn.
This fight is going to end in incapacitation.
To the death. Wait, what?
I think there's no more definite way to win this fight and for it to end for the fans than for one man to walk out and the other man
to not be able to even, power himself to walk out under his own power.
Absolutely. We're going to have the stretchers there on standby.
This is going to be a hell of a matchup. If you're calling your shot, Shane, how long does it take you to dismember Troy?
Now, look, he said it. We've been in the ring together before. Now, it's never been true one-on-one, and it's never had these type of stakes. So I know how hard of a hit he can take. But believe you me, nobody, and I mean nobody, can resist a rear naked choke. So the match can go on as long as it wants. I've got the cardio for 10, 20, 30. But as far as the actual move, I just need 8 seconds, and you're going to sleep.
Now, Troy has been studying the Japanese. Shane, are there any ethnicities that you specifically like the best to emulate?
The Dudleys, I don't know what race that is.
I wouldn't say I specify on where the move comes from. As long as it can hurt a man, I want to learn it. And I've got a long list of what I can pull out on May 2nd.
I know it's not a no disqualification match by any means, but have you stashed anything under the ring, Shane, to maybe...
I'll be honest. Troy's at a disadvantage here. He may not realize it, but he's walking into RSW where I am the absolute man. And RSW, as I know, is going to let us take this as far as we need to settle it. They're not going to be looking to disqualify us and leave the finish a little muddy. No, they want a winner, and they're going to get one. I promise you that.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely seen the fans almost give you like some adulation at the ballpark. we were definitely trying to rile them up for you. We even called that one little girl a nerd.
Oh yeah, nerd.
So we know that the fans can back you. This is your home turf. Is there any message you want to leave for the people that are going to show up to this wrestling match? Both of you, kind of just like your last remarks toward any fans that are coming out for this match.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll take the floor here. For as long as I've been, doing this wrestling thing for a very short time, I have had one goal, and that is one thing above all else, and that is to show the entire world that West Virginia independent wrestling can stand with any state, any region, anywhere. And this will be my RSW debut. RSW is not a promotion that I have worked for yet in the state of West Virginia, but I think it is now time that I take my talents to RSW and any other promotion that wants to see what the best wrestler in the state has to offer. I call myself the king of the country roads for a reason, and that is because there is not a single wrestler that exists within the 304 that can stand toe-to-toe with me.
Yeah.
Powerful words.
Yeah. Hell of a name. Hell of a name.
No kidding. Shane, your rebuttal.
I mean, it's simple and it's straightforward. He can be the king if he wants, but the fact of the matter is I've been in this kingdom for a long time, and Troy, you've got a lot to prove before anyone else is ready to crown you. As far as West Virginia independent wrestling goes, we both agree that these are some of the best guys, and they're only getting better as we go. But I am not ready to step aside and let somebody else take the top of the heap. I want to be the guy. You want to be the guy. So on May 2nd, we can go head to head and prove to everybody, not you, not me, not even my good friends here at Parlay or Die. No, we prove to the entire state and beyond who is the guy. You've done a lot of winning so far, but Troy, let's see how you handle losing.
I feel like on May 2nd, we're going to see who gets the crown.
Yeah.
Here, King of the Hill. Who's going to be on top?
No mincing of words. This is going to be a blood bath.
Absolutely.
The Seattle Mariners unveiled a statue of Ichiro today, leading the Mariners to take on a new sponsor, Blue Chew. Go to unveil your bat, and it looks like that. Chew Blue Chew.
Well, they make that thing out of rubber?
Hey, man.
Oof.
It happens.
In international news, Iran has asked that the World Cup be relocated after the ongoing Iran-American conflict. FIFA, of course, has denied this request, but I guess it doesn't surprise Iran because they don't feel very safe around these parts.
Live Golf suffers of potentially losing their Saudi funding of the league. The Saudi stating, we want to invest in sports that make money, which is not a great sign for the future of the WNBA.
Ooh, not sounding good for the WNBA, but
And their future.
Women have statistically and historically done very well in Saudi Arabia, so I'm surprised this is happening.
Shattering all those glass ceilings, you don't lose all your money.
No kidding. But back here in the States, Doc Rivers is out as head coach of the Bucks after 3 seasons. Despite trying his best, the Bucks have sent Doc down the river.
Bad news, the UFL is expanding to Oklahoma City. Timothy McVeigh is about to lose his title as the most infamous thing to bomb there.
Ooh.
It's a bit explosive, a bit inflammatory.
I haven't seen a joke bomb that bad since my stand-up last year. Terrible.
You didn't do a stand-up.
Jacksonville State University's women's team has clinched their 2nd straight bowling championship, marking the 2nd anniversary of me remembering that there's an NCAA Women's National Bowling Championship.
That doesn't sound like a thing at all. Ozzie Fudd was selected number 1 in the WNBA draft this week. She is actually the first Fudd drafted since Elmer Fudd when he was drafted to the Toon Squad. Just like her kin, this Fudd also stays chasing bunnies.
Aww, you rascally rabbit. Now, as a special little treat for the season finale, we decided to do a little back and forth segment. We have picked a central topic that has been on everyone's mind, very prevalent, and so now we're going to give a few of our best jokes back and forth over it. As you may recall, PGA champion Tiger Woods had a small little mishap while driving from the course the other day. Jay, would you like to lead us off?
Tiger Woods is in hot water after wrecking his vehicle once again. Whether it's wrecking cars or winning majors, I guess Tiger has always been a Sunday driver.
Who would have thought that Tiger's handicap is actually 2 DUIs?
Tiger's Master Week reminded me of the everyday golfer. Their drives end up in the woods.
He may not have been competing this year, but he definitely is the master of avoiding jail.
Tiger Woods has wrecked his vehicle once again. It seems a trade has happened between the black delegation for Tiger Woods back to the Asian congregation to reclaim the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang.
This whole thing wouldn't have been so bad, but Tiger's son also flipped his scooter earlier that day, so he just compounded.
It runs in family. Ladies can't drive.
No.
Cannot drive. Except Charlie. Charlie can drive. Drive the shit out of a golf ball.
Okay. But that was our little back and forth. That's all we've got today. And this is the last Sports News Network for the season.
Ever. No, so I like doing it. It's good segment.
We like doing it. So, as we bid you adieu.
We are lucky enough to be the guest of PowerSlam today. They had their open tryouts on site. They even ran us through some things that we need to know as we prepare for filming our movie and maybe even some future spots. We really appreciate them inviting us in today and really kind of into their smaller knit group. It's just been really nice and we appreciate it. They're prepping for a show right now which we will be here to cover. Tommy, explain kind of our experience today and things and how that is going.
Absolutely. Today has been absolutely action-packed. We actually got to see a live tryout with our fighter, Shane Kryzak, coaching potential new wrestlers in the up-and-coming. They showed him all the basics, they ran through some drills, and then fortunately enough, we were actually lucky enough to run through the same exact drills. And I'll tell you what, they ran us through the ringer. We did rolls, we did lockups. Be careful out there. If you're talking junk on social media, you're going to find that we're a little bit more deadly than we used to be. And now we're getting ready. The fighters in the back, they're getting warmed up, they're getting changed into their gear, and it's about to be an electric show. Jay?
They are prepared to put on an electric atmosphere in a great venue here in Huntington, West Virginia. Guys, if this is something you are interested in, you will see in the kind of wrestler testimonies here why it means so much to them, why they have the ability to connect with younger people and people in the audience, and just kind of form that connection that allows you to root for them. It's been awesome, like I said, to be invited into their kind of domain here, and they were very welcoming with that. They're a very welcoming group of people. So without further ado, we're going to...
That's what I need to know. So tell me, why do you want to be here?
I do this because when I was in high school, I went to a little indie show in Beckley, West Virginia, and it was a small little show that they were having, and I enjoyed it every single second of that show. I enjoyed, and then I heard there was training at that same exact place, so I went one day to see what it was about, and ever since the first training, I just fell in love with it. Like, I couldn't stop going to training. I went literally every single week, and it just became part of my life, and I've loved it every single day.
I pretty much got into wrestling because of my granddad. He was a big fan of it when I was little, and the first time I watched wrestling was when The Shield debuted. So getting to bond with him a little bit and watch wrestling. Then 2020 actually, freshman year of college, he passed away, and it kind of hit a soft spot for me. So getting into wrestling was kind of like my escape from reality. I get to do everything like my wrestling name is FC Mason. I chose Mason for my granddad. It's just a name for him. I just want to do this to keep going and show him upstairs that I'm moving.
Where I'm from, we really don't have wrestling, so to actually be able to go somewhere and prove what I can do and show everybody that it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Like, put the work in and grind, and you can be wherever you need to be at. So
after 6 years and all the time and money, effort, energy, blood, sweat, tears, and all of the above, why stop now? The sky's the limit, and I do want to be on TV one day. I want that major contract. I want everything. And call me greedy, call me selfish, but I know what I want and I'm going to get it.
So I feel like I don't want to give one of those like niche answers. Also don't want to give like a very long or drawn out, but also I don't want to like do like a 10-second answer. So why do I do this? To begin things, I never thought I was going to be able to do this. From a small town in Boone County, West Virginia, I just never thought I would, be able to achieve my dream of doing this. Going back to watching the Monday Night Wars back and forth with my father, he said he always wanted to be a professional wrestler, but he never got the chance to. So by the time that I was an adult and I was able to get properly trained and professionally trained, it's just something that now is a part of my life, and it's just a part of something that I do every day. I train every day. I study every day. Whether I'm having my good days or bad days, you got to live this. You got to breathe this. I wake up every day just wanting to continue my life because I love doing this. I love everything that I do. I love the locker room. I love the feeling of being in the ring in front of all the fans. It's just part of my life, and I don't know how I can continue without professional wrestling because it is the greatest thing of all time.
My name is Lifeguard Ross, and the reason I put in so much work as to be why I want to be a wrestler is because when I was 5 years old, I was watching WWE SmackDown, WWE Raw with my father, and I was telling him, I was like, I want to be one of those guys. I want to change the world. I want to make people feel anything they can feel. And I've been in love with it ever since I was a little kid, and I just wanted to chase my dreams. That's all it is.
Well, to be honest, that's a ever-changing answer. The reason I started wrestling was simply because I was a reject who had nowhere else to go. I was always an athletic kid, but I never excelled in team sports. I never worked well with other people, so I found the one place that I had a passion for, that I enjoyed being, and that would, most importantly, take me in. It was the only area I could go where I felt normal and I felt heard and I felt seen, at least at first. And then as I went along and I ingratiated myself in the business and I started to earn the respect of my peers, I realized I had to be here. Even if there are days that I don't want to be here or don't want to get up and go to the gym, I don't want to get up and travel those miles and put the effort in and put the miles on my car, put the miles on my body, I still do it because there are a lot of people counting on me, not only in the back, but also in the audience and even at home, that look to me as a standard bearer. I set expectations with my performance and with my consistency that show what wrestling should be, could be, and hopefully will continue to be well after I'm gone and not able to contribute anymore. So you ask me why I'm here. I don't always know the answer to that, but I know I always will be here until the wheels fall off. No doubt about it.
The reason why I still do this, I'm 46 years old, been doing it for 28 years. Anymore, I don't do it for me anymore. I do it for Jesus Christ. I try to make this into a way that I can minister to people, but two, to try to give them an opportunity to have like stuff that we didn't have, because giving back to them pays off way more than me trying to be in the spotlight anymore. That's the basic reason why I still do this, because a lot of my guys that I wrestle with are right now retiring. I've had 2 friends just retire, and I've always told people don't retire because you'll end up buying new boots the next weekend. But this thing, you get that itch. But at this stage, I'm just thankful that I can still give back.
The more you know, moment of the show. Did you know?
Roddy Piper has said that he was stabbed by fans on 3 separate occasions during his wrestling career. One attack came so close to his heart that, according to Piper, he started carrying a gun in his leather jacket to the ring.
The more you know.
But guys, that is the end of the season.
Wow.
While we're off air, here are some suggestions we have for you guys to do. Follow our summer tour. That's number 1. Number 2, we're in a movie. If you have any acting abilities, remember I did say acting abilities. Don't reach out if you're not. OnlyFans girls is acting experience to me. Because they act like they like you. They act like they're actually that girl. And not like an Indian guy.
I've given my mom's maiden name to too many people.
Number 3, watch and listen to the music of Corduroy Brown, our new friend.
Oh, yeah.
Go to indie wrestling matches. You may see us sometime. And 4 things is a lot of things. I think maybe keep it at 4. And if they accomplish that 4 early, like Accelerated Reader, we'll give them a pizza coupon and then give them more challenges to do.
Absolutely. The pizza is buy one pizza, and then you get that pizza. It's how transactions work.
So I just took those tests every time on the cartoon stories I like, because there was always like Scooby-Doo books in there and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, you could just guess and get through the test enough that you would be getting a free book on your account. There's no way I read that many books. I have still not read as many books as I think I did through the Accelerated Reader program.
Absolutely. I fucking blew by Harry Potter.
I did it for the personal pan pizzas.
Love the game.
Love the game. Love the game. Scamming white people since what, 3rd grade? Scamming them whites out the pizza.
God, white people are dumb.
They are.
Yeah,
there's other
summer
things we have
tour.
going.
We had decided we cannot be constrained to this studio for just the summer. Instead of just shutting down like fucking robots, we're going to go out and live our lives.
What is this, 5 Nights at Freddy's? Is that the animatronic things like when it closes they kill people? Actually, we are 5 Nights at Freddy's because we're going to go kill it when everyone thinks we're out.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn. Shaggy's in that movie. So is Josh Hutcherson. PETA forever.
I didn't like PETA. I thought PETA was weird and short, and I don't like baking.
I was going to say, but he makes the bread.
I don't like baking.
And he saved her when she was like dying under a tree, I think, from hunger.
Yeah, but he would have been more helpful if he helped her instead of waiting till the end. And I don't know.
He also didn't hand her the bread. He threw it like he was throwing it to the birds, but threw it at her.
He went the fucking mud.
Yeah.
You poor bitch.
Kind of a savage move, especially if you say you have a crush on her. But kids, you know, they flirt weird.
They do.
Sometimes they like take your lunch money. You know, have you been bullied by girls?
The time. It's actually a very big problem, and now it's the only time I get an erection. I'm talking about my therapist, but she keeps scolding me and keeps giving me an erection. So, you know, we keep going back to square one.
So I'm back here again, and I don't have a problem.
Is that bad of me?
You want to scold me for my choices?
Maybe spit on me. We're really just going out and having a good time. We're going to be at the regatta, live on the levees, intermittent baseball games.
We have a graphic. We're behind the graphic right now.
Are we behind the graphic?
Yeah, we're behind the graphic. Whoa! See, that's a cool graphic. What a neato graphic.
Tommy is a bitch. Hey, wait.
And I'm doing this pose, I think, or something like that, like Danhausen.
But while we're in the off season, we will also be practicing, perfecting our arts of gambling. We will be committing to baseball. Not much else going on.
I think baseball.
The World Cup is coming up.
I challenge a person that knows baseball to come on the show and beat me at my hot streak right now, because I know ball. I finally figured it out. I won last night. I won. That means I figured it out.
Absolutely. Jay's on a massive
So I challenge a real person who is an expert at baseball gambling or just watching the game at all to come on this show. If you beat me at baseball, you can be on the show as our baseball guy.
But season 3 is coming up, and I think it's going to be defined by the season of interviews. That's right. We dipped our toes in the water of professional, semi-professional athletes, and I think our appetite is not quenched. I think we're going to be diving into all kinds of interviews. We're going to have some artists, athletes, and aristocats, as in cats I found around out back, and I'm going to tie paintbrushes to and see what they do. Fun.
We're going to sit down. Man, them old broads, bro. What's all the girl you bang? 67? That's me.
6'7".
Guys, do not forget that we have our promo code Parlay or Die Prod with Pump Sauce, where you can save 10% off of your order, and you get to help get back to the pod, so season 3 can be nuts.
Absolutely. Every dollar you give to us is a dollar we don't use to endanger animals. That's right. I purposely go and hunt whales in my free time. Every dollar you give to this podcast keeps me from doing that.
I promise it won't be used on coke, cooker, and liquors. Yeah, I said that right.
God damn you, Jay.
God damn it.
Now you said we had to abide by it.
There's also a police order that I have to abide by it. but you'll see why in the Parlay or Die movie.
That's true. We have long-lasting effects from that movie. I can't go into the state of New Mexico.
I'm still not allowed in Guadalajara. They just won't let me there. There's a guy waiting on the border. No.
They keep referring to you as El Tigre.
I don't even know why, but it sounds cool. I didn't just went with it. I'm like, yeah, he's scared of El Tigre, bitch.
They keep calling me El Blanca Punta. No, they said it with such respect. I assume it means the king.
Oh, yes, the king of Mexico. All right, guys, so we will see you next season, which starts on like August 26th, around that date.
Yeah, we're not fucking...
we're not Aztecs.
I'm not Nostradamus. I can't tell you when we're going to be back. We'll be back when we're back.
Catch us at the summer tour, and you'll see us before then.
Absolutely. Till then, he's going for cigarettes. I'm going for milk.
And we'll be back in a couple months. Bye. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.
I was... Pew-pew. News, the proper news. Oh, that's off the deep web is where you get that. Sorry.
We all get Alex Jones. He just like speaks and screams at me.
I like people who scream at me.
I do too. It's a real problem. My therapist started talking about it, and she yelled at me, and I got chubby, and I don't know what to do about it.
It calms me. It's like Papa's home.
Like Kanye once said, "What'd she order? Fish fillet?"
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Owen Wilson watching our last episode. Wow, my internet service is really good. I didn't buffer at all.
Wow, I was in 90th Museum. I'm Owen Wilson.
Wow, I keep my brother in Polaroid. Poor Luke Wilson.
Luke, he was in That 70s Show.
He was on That 70s Show. He banged on it for a second.
I'm the Barbara Walters of being a fucking Mac.
I'm the Walter Cronkite of pimps.
I'm the Walter Cronkite of getting pussy.
What does that mean? That's right. Between shaming and Barbara Walter kinks, this place can't stop with the boners.
So many boners. I definitely don't need the pill. I don't need one of those. Just need a lady to look down at me with distaste. Almost just like she just doesn't respect me anymore.
Only above the age of 75.
It's a neck thing. The gobbler.
The guzzler.
Christ. High five. It's gonna have to all be cut, but I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious.
Most of it's gonna have to get cut.